Hi everyone, welcome to my tutorial. I'm from Isoni. So in this video I want to quickly show you some certain thing about face mask. When you're coupling fabrics together, you need to have a neat finishing. So I don't buy the idea of just leaving the raw edges open like that. So I'm going to be showing you how I use French seam to close up the seam lines of my face mask. Now you have two fabrics together. Now the one on top you are going to cut or just shift it to one side in such a way that the one underneath has a space of about quarter or half inch at the side of it. Then you fold that space over the one on top, then you stitch down the way I am doing right here. Excuse me. Now once you've done that, you need to open it up. Now having done that, you fold that stitch you've just made on top of the one at the other side, the one that carry the raw edges. You can still see the raw edges, so you are trying to close that raw edge you've just done, you're just trying to close it underneath anyway. So once you've done that, the raw edges on both sides have been concealed. You won't see them again. So I'm just trying to stitch that part again. I missed some spots there, so that's it. So you can see how neat it is on both sides. So this is what you should have. Do not leave your face mask with raw edges. You just need to have a neat job. Now going to the face mask itself, I'm going to be working with 9 inches width by 5.5 inches height. 9 inches width. I'm trying to mark that out now. So I'm cutting the excess, leaving that spot that I've just sewn at the center. The spot where I made the French seam is now the center of my fabric. Though it doesn't really mean it has to be at the center, depending on how you are coupling your fabrics together. I'm just using this as an example. So I'm trying to mark out the height, which I already have here, 5.5 inches. Now I haven't gotten the height of your fabric. Look at the midpoint on both sides. Look at the midpoint. Now having done that, you need to bring the edges of the fabric back to about 2.5 or 3 inches height by plating it. So you could just hold 5/8 on both sides of your fabric, like 5/8, that's 3/4 or so. Just hold it in such a way that, I don't know if that my term is correct, that number is correct, but just hold it in such a way that it comes back to 2.5 or 3 or 3 inches, rather 3 inches or 2.5 inches. So once you've done that, you repeat the same thing for the other side. So having done this, now you can see what the face mask is looking like currently. So that spot you might want to iron it down, then it creates a puffy look at the center in such a way that it looks curvy to to go neatly around the nose and the chin. So that's the concept. Now you need to close the raw edges at the side. The width of your fabric, there should be at least 1/4 inches, and the height should be able to contain the height you have on your fabric. So you look at the way I'm folding it, that's the exact way you fold yours as well. This is called taping. So you just use this to tape the raw edges, and you fold it in such a way that as you are stitching the top, the stitches is showing at the such a way that as you are stitching the top, the stitches is showing at the base as well. So having finished with the stitches, you cut the excess away. Excuse me. Now you ensure you repeat the same thing for the other side. Now we are done closing the raw edges. The next thing is the upper and the lower part, the lower edges, the two edges on both sides. And the kind of face mask we are making is the one that goes around the head, that you'll be able to tie at the back of your head. So we have well, measurement for the fabric we are using to tape the raw edges. The one on top is I'm going to be working with 33 inches length. They will add 1 inch to it for, you know, turning the raw edges of both sides of the fabric. So that's for the one at the top. Now, having done that, you want to locate the center point of the fabric. You will do that on the mask itself, but you remember that my friend team is already demarcating, you know, the center point for my fabric already. So I want to get the measurement for the lower part, which I'm working with 15 inches. So this method requires no elastic. So I'm trying to locate the center point for this one as well. Now you start sewing with the smaller fabric first. That's the lower part. You fold the edge of your fabric the way I have done it here, one underneath and the other one on top, in such a way that when you're stitching, your stitches pick both fabric edges, the folds. Now just use pin to hold it down first. So once you've done that, you can now go ahead to start stitching from the extreme end there. So you fold your fabric, you fold the edges of your fabric, and then you close them together, then you stitch just like you're making a rope. Then you start using your hand to control the one at the edge of your fabric. So having done that, now I want to fix the other edge, which is the longer rope, and I'm going to centralize it just like I did for the other one. So you fold both edges of your fabric again, just like I did before. You fold the first one first, and then, you know, you fold the other one on top of it. Now look at the way I'm closing the raw edge here. I folded 1/2 inch inward before, you know, I close the both edges of the fabric, just to conceal the raw edge of that part inward. So you can see the way I'm creating my fold. That's the way you do yours as well. Then you stitch. So now as you're stitching, when you're about to get to the edge of the mask, you measure 3 inches, or you could do that before you start sewing the rope. You measure 3 inches, and then you connect the lower rope to the longer one. You try to conceal the edge inside the stitches of the longer one. So that is the concept here. So now look what we have here now. This is going to go around the head of the wearer, and then you'll be able to tie it at the back. Now if you are the kind of person who would not like to have such thing, you might want the one that you will just tie at the back of your the pinna of your hair. So what you just do is, I use a 22 inches rope for both sides in such a way that the extension from the edge of the main fabric is about 6 inches. So you have that in 4 places already. So you'll be able to tie 2 on each of your hairs. So that's how I did that. I hope you understand what I meant. I'm going to show you a picture of that. I'm going to attach a picture of that so you can see what I mean. So here our face mask is ready without elastic. Even that spot that that is open, the spot where the 2 rope intersect, you can hang that spot on your hairs. It's hangable. It's quite okay. So you can see, you can wear both, you can put on both sides since there is no rough edges. So this is it. Thank you very much for watching.